And the 1-2 punch of Harvey and Irma rocking the oil industry. Gas prices have spiked 31 cents a gallon. That is the nationwide average in just the last month. And according to Gas Buddy, an estimated 63% of gas stations in the Miami area were out of fuel by Saturday as residents scrambled to evacuate ahead of Irma's arrival. Joining us is Energy Aspect's chief oil analyst, Amrita Sen. Do you expect to see, let's focus on the price of gasoline. Have we hit kind of a top here in gas prices, or will they move even higher?
I think you're going to see a little bit of stabilization in gasoline prices because Florida, again, as you've seen with Irma, there will be some lost demand. Yes, there was a lot of driving demand ahead of it, but now with the rains and the flooding, there will be less driving. So demand is going to be dented. However, unfortunately from Harvey, we still have refineries in the Gulf Coast that are down because they just aren't able to restart given the flooding there. And that means that any kind of stabilization will only be temporary. There is likely to be some upward pressure if these refineries take even longer to come back.
And Rita, is this however, because we're going into a time of year where gasoline demand wanes, does that ease the pressure on supplies, if you will, of refined product?
For sure, I think it does help a little bit. You know, as you said, between kind of the autumn and the summer, gasoline demand falls by about 300,000 barrels per day. So that helps. Unfortunately, again, from the U.S.'s point of view, the U.S. is now one of the biggest gasoline exporter in the world. So you are going to see the impact not just within the U.S., but also in Latin America and places like Mexico, which are entirely now dependent on the U.S. for their gasoline supplies. And there, gasoline demand peaks in our winter, basically, which is November, December. So it is going to be tricky. There is going to be enough upward pressure. And again, remember, there's also diesel, which is what you're going to use a lot more in the winter. And that's why you can see diesel prices have gone up even more.
Amrita Sen, thank you so much. We forget that, but the U.S. is the biggest exporter of refined product in the world now because of our booming energy business. Amrita Sen, thank you again.